everyone, I'm going to do a test today with more gas masks as people kept asking for these. And this time we're going to do a GP5 and the Polish version of the M41. The only difference is I'm going to be doing it with a NATO filter because obviously I don't trust the Warsaw packed filters and this went on alright. This is the C2 filter. And I'm going to just test it with Kalashnikov because that's the most fair test you can do with this Russian mask, a Russian rifle, although it's a Yugoslav model. What I want to test obviously is how good, if you were in one of these masks, would it be to aim down a sight? Obviously the GP5 is a civilian mask, not a military mask, so I'm not actually going to, well, I'm going to obviously test it, but this wasn't intended as a military mask, although I think they end up sometimes being used as them from old pictures. So regardless, I'm going to put this on, use the AK, for a sight picture. Then I'm going to do the same thing with the Polish version of the M41. And then I'm just going to put this filter on it, not the canister filter in the haversack, just so it's safer when I do the video. So anyway, let's get this on.
Right, I've got an airtight seal of that. This GP5, obviously very famous mask. You all know what one of these looks like. Let's get the AK RPK in this video. There we go. So, as much as I don't like AK sights, yeah, I can see that easy. As much as the GP5 leaves a lot to be desired in terms of mask design, you can see down the AK sight with it. Obviously standard AK sights on here, but even with the weight vest on and everything, I can shoulder the rifle. With a cheek weld, it's not the easiest to see the sight. I can do it, but you can see an AK sight while wearing one of these masks. So, the GP5 passes the test.
Very simply, it's a good mask for what it is. The GP5 is basically an example of how simply could you make a mask and make it work. So we know the GP5 works, so we know the military version will work. Let's test it anyway. Now for the Polish version of the M41, I've got it in the haversack down there, the filter, although it's not the right size for the mask. Well, not for the mask, but for the satchel, because it's meant to have a big canister.
Now I hadn't previously worn this mask as far as I'm aware, so it's quite tight getting it to fit on. There we go. It's working properly, and I've got a seal. Now the only difference really between the M41 and the GP5 is the M41 has a longer sort of snout section. But other than that, they're also known as SCH M41s. Other than that, depending on which version, I think this is the German one. Other than that, they're exactly the same as the GP5 as far as I'm aware. Sometimes the rubber looks a bit different than the GP5, but it's still the same sort of thing, same technology. So, let's test it. Yeah, I've got my sight picture. That works absolutely fine, no problems with this. The hose is probably a bit better than having the filter directly on the mask for not getting in the way, but it works just as well. This wouldn't be ideal with a scope, as I've said before, for these. That's why the Russians ended up making designated sort of sniper type masks, for the optics are much closer to the face, like the PMG and the SCHMS and all of those masks. But for what this mask is a very cheap hooded mask, it does work absolutely fine for a sight picture. Yep, so there we go. Both of these masks work absolutely fine with an AK, which is what the Russians were using.